Okay, guys, hi and welcome to Get Your Reviews and to this Friday night pretty big fat huge announcement that I wanted to make for quite a while, and I did tease you a bit the past few weeks if somebody remembers. And I've been sitting on this for really a long time now, so only like two people know basically about all of that, and I have a lot of explaining to do. So, good evening to Ivy, of course, uh, and to Zeriche, and to Kratos, and to Milkshake. Hi, guys. So, I hope that you have a very good Friday, and let's talk about what the heck is going on here. Hi to Clydon. Hi to Kron. Hi, guys. So, uh, okay, I wish I've been casted on the Last Kingdom. That would be amazing. Okay, guys, so here's what's going on. I would prefer if, more of you, get on the stream, but this is going to be recorded anyway, and I do have a lot to say, so whether or not somebody joins a bit later, you will be able to catch up on, everything that I have to say. Hi to External Extreme. Yeah, the title is scary in a lot of ways. So what the heck is going on? Guys, since the coronavirus hit, I had the opportunity to change my life and to take some steps that are pretty serious in order for me to follow what I really want to do. And this coronavirus basically presented an opportunity that I never had before. So, hi to Omega Regal. Hi, Omega. So, let me explain myself what I quit means. I do not quit YouTube. I do not quit YouTube. But YouTube is my love and my passion. One of the things that I love most in this world actually is to just express myself through YouTube, give you guys value, and the thing that I'm going to continue to do is actually give you more value in the future. But let me continue from the beginning. So because of this situation that we got ourselves in, I decided to take on a course that was 1 month course, so I can get certified as a fitness, wellness, and nutrition coach. I do know, as most of you know, a lot about fitness, nutrition, and all of those things, and wellness, but I wanted to be official and I wanted to get certified. So I got a few hours, not a few hours, I got released on a vacation for 8 days. Then I got 4 days. Then there was Easter, and during all of this time I was studying, getting through tests and another test and a big huge fat exam at the end of the course, and I got it, and I got double certified as a fitness, nutrition, and wellness coach. And okay, I see you in the comments. I'm just going to thank you, Nikki. I do have a lot more to say. Not only that, so what are the plans? It's Helios. Hi, thank you. So I got certified, guys, and my decision was that in order for me to follow my dreams, because I've been doing YouTube, and I've been doing just all kinds of art stuff, and the gaming show that we're supposed to continue, but we haven't yet because of course, because of the situation right now. I have a lot of things that are upcoming and on my plate, so to speak, and my job was literally holding me back, and it's an office job, and it was just so frustrating. Documents, all of those things. Oh, thank you very much, Clayton. You shouldn't have. Thank you very much. Really thank you, but you shouldn't have. But thank you. So, really holding me back, guys. The job really holding me back. I mean, for the past 2 years, I switched two jobs, so this is the second job, and I had to learn some office things, documents, and such things like that that I really needed, and because I'm such an art person, everything that has to do with art and some form of expression, but this was like a weak point, and I did learn what I did learn. So I fixed some of my weak points, and I don't have anything to do anymore with with this job. And I had my breaking point moment a few weeks ago when I had some kind of a conversation with my boss that was just ridiculous. She yelled at me for something that was, already basically fixed by itself, but she decided to just yell at me, and I don't want to get into that story. The point is that in every person's life that always wanted to be an entrepreneur in some kind of a way, comes a point where you just had enough and you cannot live this way anymore. I don't know if you can understand me, but I really cannot live like that because my job just drains everything out of me. I'm getting getting after work. I mean, I'm getting home, sorry. This is very emotional for me. I'm getting after work to home, and I have to start, and I have to rest a bit, have to do YouTube, everything else. I'm not getting anywhere. I cannot work on my things. I cannot focus on my things. It's just terrible. And I could do that for a few years, but I cannot do it anymore. It's ridiculous. I cannot waste my life, to, to do that. I have to risk something. I mean, I have to, for me, it's a worse thing. It's a huge risk to stay on a regular 9 to 5 job because I'm wasting my life there. I'm wasting my potential there. I'm not contributing to the world in any kind of a way. I'm just contributing to a corporation. Anybody that is like more multitasking orientated, that has no other talents at all, can do that job, and I'm just not the person for this thing. um I will read your comments, but I have to continue because I'm gonna forget my thought. Okay, what did you say? What? Zericha, this is very serious for me, and I don't know if you're taking it like that. I mean, this is about basically, hey James, hi to you, thank you for joining. This is about, if you are anything like me, or if you understand the entrepreneur mindset, a person that creates, produces, compared to a person that does things. So I'm the person that produces things. I've always been like that. And in order to explore that potential, see what I can do with it, and see how I can help people, I have to break free from that, so I can be free to do that. So this week is my first week that I'm free of my job, and I just couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier. So I decided to take that step that for many people may seem risky, but for me, it's just a matter of actually doing what I want in life, which is more important than anything. Because imagine if you're old and you're like, wow, I could have tried that, but I didn't. I don't want to be that, especially when I was born with the mindset of creating and giving to people. So that's why, although I have all of this knowledge that I've proven, that I perfected, through the years, that I, help people lose weight, get in better shape for free, even from a distance, even if it's not, even only through my advice, a lot of people improve their lives, and they can testify for that. So imagine what I can do now when I'm certified fitness, wellness, and nutrition coach, and help someone directly with their diet, their workout plan, everything that they want to achieve body-wise, I can do it. I can help them. So my desire is to help people for a living, and that is going to be through the coaching, and that is going to be, of course, through my YouTube channel. And I decided to bring back from the dead the channel that I left, and that is the fitness channel that I wanted to start before, and I did start, but then YouTube did all of that guillotine thing that they stopped monetization of all small channels. They put all the restrictions, and I was like, well, if I want to save my main channel, I have to put all my efforts here, otherwise I'm gonna lose it. So that is why I had to leave that channel. But now when I don't have a big chain that's hanging down my neck, not neck, but yeah, neck as well, but ankle, I don't have anything that is tying me up, through my like a chain on my legs or something. I can finally move all the fitness content there, not move it, but create totally new content. Start from the beginning to explain my journey about everything, and yeah, and basically to use the channel to bring best value in terms of fitness, to be free to make whatever content I wish there. At the same time, on my OnlyFans, I am posting, if you don't know, my progress and my physique. Almost every week I post something. Of course, I cannot have change from today to the next day that fast, but the point is that I am showing that, and additional content that I will going to be adding to my OnlyFans. I made a poll there. Is oh, what the heck, sorry, there's some kind of a notifications that I'm getting. It's going to be videos on sex topics, actually, because yeah, I can actually help with that as well. So I'm going to make exclusive videos on different sex topics. That, once again, the idea is to bring value to people and to bring something that I can really help with, and what I'm knowledgeable about and good at, I can do it. So that is one thing that I'm going to add as additional content to OnlyFans. So if people want to support me there, they will have something more to look forward to, not only my physique updates. So that's going to be exclusive to there. On Patreon, I have to think about Patreon. So a lot of things to think about, but the main thing is that I already created my site for fitness coaching and all of those things. And the first 5 people that decide to use my services will get a discount. So that is already on the site, and it's in the description, the first link that you're going to see. It's called oh, I can't breathe. Okay, before I tell you what it's called, I'm just gonna read your comments, because I see that you wrote a few things. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yes, the link to the fitness channel is also there. Yeah. Well, thank you, Clayton. Yes, if you like to see any fitness from now on, any fitness content is going to be on the fitness channel. I don't have a personalized link yet. When I reach 100 subscribers there, because as I said, the channel has been inactive, for quite a while. Sorry, Bulgarian came out. That's why I don't have anything there. But if I reach 100, I'll be able to make a customized link that's just not going to be as long and as confusing as the link right now. But yeah, the site is called GTR Fitness. That is how I abbreviate it. And if you go to the site, you'll see that the site name stands for Gain, Train, Emphasize, Retain, which is gain, both muscle and knowledge. train in the best way customized for you, and emphasize your needs and goals, and of course retain everything that you have learned, because that is my goal basically. If I'm going to coach someone, I'm going to make sure that that person not only gets in the best shape that they envision for themselves, but also to retain that knowledge so you can keep that for the rest of your life and you're not dependent or anything. So all kinds of bad habits or any kinds of weaknesses that keep you, that are keeping you from reaching your goals, that's going to be worked out. Yeah, and it's just going to be great, and you're going to be able to sustain shape for the rest of your life. That is what a lot of people struggle with. That is what I struggle with, and I know how to fix it. And in due time, I'm also going to create cookbooks that are just genius. You're going to be able to eat pancakes every day if you like, and still lose weight, and other delicious stuff, ice cream, pie, so many things, just awesome. So yeah, I'm just excited to help people directly, and for me, that to be the main source for me to, make a living basically. So yeah, huge decision, but I had to do it. I felt that that was the right moment. I also took that time during the quarantine, and the fact that I didn't had that much, at work, and the fact that they did, put me to like a forced vacation for 8 days. That's like a standard procedure here. I took every possible free time that I had to read a lot of books as well during the course. So I read a lot of books about business, entrepreneurship, just so many useful things. And I just restructured my mind. I made a huge effort to build myself up even more. And as I always said, guys, if you make the effort to work on yourself and to make yourself better, you can also be able to give value to other people. So literally the only thing that drives me the most is through my knowledge and my art and what I create. I just want to make people happy and to make people better. That's literally what I want to do. And I always knew that I'm going to somehow figure out a way to make a living through what I love to do, but 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 it's so important to, what you love to do. It has to be connected to helping others. That's most important. That is the purpose of my life, to help others. That's it. And I'm not used to I'm a waste of my life, and the 9 to 5 job that I had, it's just a waste of my time. It really is, because time is passing so fast. Now you're young, next thing you know, you're not young, and people are just wasting their lives. Now, some people, of course, not all people, some people are fine with their jobs and their lives, but I personally want to literally give more and to help people, because I know that I can. I know that what I know and all that, my struggles that I went through, the eating, problems, how to stay in shape constantly, how to maintain everything, to be lean, to have great hormones at the same time, to not struggle with that, to not be hungry, how to train all the time. I made so much effort through the years to finally break my own code and see what works. And of course, knowing all of that, I was able to help other people, for them to lose weight and to remain in a very good shape. And then I was like, okay, what do I want to do? I want to do this. I want to do this. It was clear for me that this is the way to go. So yeah, that is it. And hi to King Xenomorph. What about the accent? My accent. Um, no beer and chicken. Yeah, the arrogant managers are another topic on themselves. Thanks, Clayton. Whew. Yeah, milkshake. Laugh at the beer and the chicken. So yeah, guys, I just can't explain to you how much that is important to me. Not only to me, but I'm sure that there's so many other people that just want to give more to the world. Well, I don't know such people that are like me, I mean, but there are. And the only way to do this, to work on your dreams, is to work on your dreams. And if you're tied to the leg on a job that just drains every living soul out of you, you're not going to be able to do that. And when is the good time to break free of this? I think that for me at least, this is the time, because I never had so much free time in order to finish the course, in order to read so many books, and to gain a few levels in a matter of 2 months. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna look at the comments now, because yeah, I quit an office job. Hi to Kelly. It doesn't matter actually what kind of a job I quit, but yeah. So you quit, like, what? So Omega asks, so you quit because you are chasing your dream work? Nothing was wrong with your old job? You don't get it, Omega. I quit because I cannot follow my dreams when I'm tied for 9 hours of my life every day to an office job that anybody can do, instead of me actually getting certified and following my dream of becoming fitness, wellness, and nutrition coach. If I'm doing what I love, that's not going to be a job for me. That's going to be my calling, so to speak. That is the difference between a job and something that you want to do because it's in your nature, it's in your uh, freaking soul. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. I already said so many things. To follow your dream means not to work, at least not for me. It doesn't mean to work for any type of company that's gonna, I mean, that, you're working for the company, you're basically giving your life to that company, you're giving your life for money. That is how it works. You're not doing something that you actually love. You're getting every day after home tired, annoyed by the boss, by the colleagues, by everything else, and you're just like everybody else. And then you wait for Friday night to drink something, let's say. I mean, that's how most people are. I'm not like that because I don't like to drink and go to a club, but that's not a thing. I'm just saying that that's most people life. And there's a very good example for this by MJ DeMarco. He's a very awesome author of a very awesome 2 books, but yeah, I'm not gonna go into that. But MJ DeMarco said, if somebody offers you, let's say, to invest $7,000, that's just an example. Let's say someone offers you $7,000 to invest, and you're like, okay, here's $7,000. And then he comes back in a few days and says, oh, here's $2,000. That is, what your investment brought. And you're going to be like, what? I just gave you 7,000, but you're giving me 2,000? What the heck is that? I mean, if this was about money, you would never accept that. And I'm comparing this to the work week, 5 to 2. I mean, we work 5 days for 2 days that are Saturday and Sunday. That is very uneven. You work 5 days, but you only rest 2. Now, if I'm coach, I'm going to work every day, but it's something that, but I'm not giving, my time to a corporation that I don't want to work for. I'm free to help people, and I'm just free to do what I love and free to give value, because giving value is the most important thing. If I have something to offer that only I can offer, because only I am I only I went through what I went through. And there's so many fitness coaches that have no idea what the heck they're doing, and they're literally, I mean, there's new videos on YouTube or on some kind of a channel that has like millions of subscribers, and the main guy from the channel just tried to lose weight and get the abs for 30 days, and his trainer made him eat like plain salads. That's stupid. It's ridiculous. You can lose weight eating so many other things that are delicious and make alternative of them. I mean, there's much better ways that are not the classic way that everybody knows. It's just a misconception. So I have more knowledge, and a lot better knowledge than so many other fitness coaches, because sorry about that, I hit the mic. I watch them. I know them. I know how they eat. I know how they restrict themselves. I used to be this way. I found another way. And that took me a lot of time and testing and years of experience to sustain a particular shape, to just look the way I want to look. And it's gold. It's a huge, amazing thing to know that, because everybody that ever tried to get in shape, bought pills, bought like programs, but so many things that only lead to temporary results. But what I can offer is results for all your life, like literally life-changing stuff that you can always implement. So it's not about a job particular. I mean, it's not about how you put it. So I quit a job for another job. For me, that's not another job. That's my life's work. That's gonna be my life's work, what I have to give. And if that progresses, I can give even more. So it's all about, when you know your calling and you know what you want to do in life, to do it, and not, like I said, grow old and feel sorry about yourself that you never did anything. Now, I had a conversation with one of my girlfriends, and I was like, well, if you learn English, let's say, more jobs are gonna be open for you. Or if you like ask yourself what you want to do in life, maybe, because she's also not happy with her job, but she never had any any particular talents. I try to discover that. I try to ask her so she can discover that for herself, but she cannot do it. She's like, no, I can't learn a language. That's not for me. No, I can't do that. I can't do this. I can't do anything. I'm trying to help, but you know what I mean? So some people cannot even find what they want to do, and they're just stuck in between this job and that job and this job, and that's the whole life just passes like this, but I'm not like this. I actually always knew what I want. I always knew I always knew that I am supposed to create and to give to people. However lame that sounds, maybe if you're not like me, you will not get it. I don't know, but this is what it is. So I don't want to be regretting everything in life because the decision that I was too scared to make or something like that. So I did it. I put all the work in. I read all the books. I got certified. I did everything in the shortest time span. I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I started, walking on the treadmill and working on the PC at the same time on the laptop. I did everything possible to make this happen. I wanted it so bad. I just couldn't look back. I don't want to look back. It's just not for me. When you come to this kind of a realization in life, this is the reality. This is the truth, And I had to say this to my parents just a few days ago. They didn't know that I quit. I had to say my mom, like, hey mom, I quit my job. She was like, what did you do? But I quickly explained why, and she was like, okay, I support you, of course. And because she knows me, she knows that I'm creating, she knows that I learn English myself, all by myself. Everything that I know, how to create these graphics, these logos, this around me, everything I learn by myself. Everything that I ever done, I've learned by myself. So now that I really found that thing that I want to make a living of, because I obviously cannot make a living from YouTube yet, and it's, I have to count on myself basically. I just did it. It's about time. I will not wait till I'm like Greg Doucette's age. He waited so long to become a coach. In order for me to do what I love and to help people at the same time. So I hope that you understand now what I mean. Kron, thank you. I don't know what you mean about bullet. Yes, I'm Bulgarian. Okay. Yes, great parents. Oh boy, I don't know what the heck. What do you mean? But the wife shouldn't work. What? Look now, no matter if you're male or female, everybody is individual. Individual. You are individual. I'm individual. I have my talents. I have, what I achieve on my own, what I've learned on my own, what I developed on my own. I have the right to use those gifts to help people and make a living out of that. So what do you mean wife shouldn't work? I'm nobody's wife, first. And second, that's ridiculous. If a woman or a man or no matter want to do something and to help people, I should be able to help people now and make a living out of that. It's both fulfilling and useful. And it has value, so to speak. So it doesn't matter. Just think objectively. What does it mean, old fashioned or new fashion or whatever? Just think objectively. Everybody are individuals. If you found what you want to do with your life, because everybody thinks that we're going to live forever for some reason. There was some kind of a saying. I think Nietzsche, not Nietzsche, Seneca. Yeah. I think it was from him that he said that we are treating our dreams as something scary. I have to see how it was exactly, but our fears, I just have to check it. The point was of that saying that we think that we're going to live forever. So we think that we always have time to achieve what we want. We always have time for vacation. We always have time for whatever. But no, you don't know that. So I better do what I want and to develop like I want, rather than being, tied to something that I don't want to do, and I'm losing my talents. They're going to waste. They're going to nowhere there. It's ridiculous. And especially when you realize that you're much more qualified for anything that those people are doing there, and you're like, what am I even doing here? It's ridiculous. Not my place here. You're like fish out of water in such corporate place, or in my previous job where I was a designer, I'm still fish out of water because I'm much better in everything that I do there. It's just ridiculous what I'm doing here. I already know how to do everything so much better than my boss, and I have like so many other things that I'm actually able to do what I'm doing in there. That's just one example, but I'm just saying that you either have a growth mindset, a growing mindset. That means that you have an open mindset that is turned towards some kind of a development and growth, or you have fixed mindset, 9 to 5 job, and I'm gonna drink on Friday night. That's for me is just not for me. If it's for you, that's your choice, but everybody have a choice. And I made my choice. Yeah, do what you, well, Shane gets it. Thank you for the congratulations. Do what you love and never work again. Yeah, exactly. If you do what you love, you don't feel it like a job. That's the point. Life is not about working. You don't live to work. You work so you can live. You know? You work so you can live, so you can have money to eat and to pay your bills. But people these days somehow switch to I work to live. The opposite. I live to work, which is ridiculous. Yes, Kelly. Hey, Michael. I just saw you now. Thank you very much for the applause. Thank you, James. Hi to shut around BG. What do you mean after this? In the trades and carpentry. That's awesome. That's great. That's great. So you are an entrepreneur basically, Michael, which is amazing. That's what I want to do. Well, maybe you joined a bit later, Shadow. But yeah, at the beginning I said that after I quit my 9 to 5, actually not after, but before that, I took all the Corona time to get certified in fitness, wellness, and nutrition coaching. I got double certification that is worldwide accepted to be a fitness, wellness, nutrition coach. And I made the site, and it's down in the description. And I'm going to restart my fitness channel with brand new content and everything else. So fitness channel down, site for coaching down. I'm going to be a coach. That is what I want to make a living of, because I got certified only to be official, but I have almost all my sentient life with experience of fitness and nutrition. So I just decided to follow that passion, so I can help people with it in the same time, and in the same time make a living out of it. So my goal, like I've said, is always to help people through YouTube as well, and through this. So I want to make a living being a fitness, wellness, and nutrition coach. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, and probably going to be a while before I get any clients. But I'm just going to, do my best, because I know that I can offer something that a lot of other coaches just have no idea about. They just torture people with salads, plain salads. I have much better way of doing everything, because I got through that. I got through ridiculous diets, starving myself, so many things before I actually get into, perfect condition where I can be in shape all the time without any problem. so to speak. And I see other of my friends now trying to lose weight and being like, I'm only on one slice of bread and a bit of cheese, and I'm like, I want to help, but I'm not sure what answer I'm gonna get there. Like, oh, it's okay, I'm gonna starve. Like, why? There's a better way. You can make these pancakes in this meal and that meal. But I'm probably going to get an answer like, no, I'm gonna starve myself. Why? Oh, that's another that's another topic for a particular friend. Yeah, I just want to save people all the trouble, and to change lives, which I believe I can do because I already did it only through my advice, let alone if I'm coaching people personally. Okay, let's see what your guys are saying. Something else that I miss. Oh, okay, let me catch up. How do you get rid of back pains? Well, I have to know what is the cause of your back pains. I have pretty good idea of how can you rid of any back pains, but you have to tell me some kind of a story first. How did you get your pains in order to give you some kind of a solution to try? No, I don't have kids. No, I don't have kids. Do I look like I have kids? You gained 20 pounds during the quarantine. I sympathize. I lost pounds during the quarantine, but that's the thing. If you know what you're doing, you can get in better shape, quarantine or not quarantine. Just people just don't know key things that can make their lives so much easier. Now, so many people are actually afraid to get out and to go to work and get back to the office because they got a lot fatter. I literally heard that from an ex-colleague, and I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't have to be this way, you know. I survive off of milkshakes and cat food. 90 pounds, that's admirable, Shane. Bravo. Yeah, I know, James. Thank you, Clayton. Thank you, Ivy. A good mattress? Did I miss something? Ah, do you mean that that's the problem? The mattress? You're a fat ass now? Thank you, Shane. Yeah, well, I also train at home. That's the thing. I made the best effort to build a mini home gym so I can be in shape all the time. That is just investment in my health and literally in my future, because you want to create the best environment for longevity, not the other way around. And you have to create an environment where you will be able to sustain a better habits, which eventually will actually lead to uh, a lot better way of life. And people around you are going to ask, wow, how did you get into shape? What did you do? It's like it's something, well, it's a mystery to a lot of people. That's what surprises me still, but it is. And you can always improve every aspect of your life without, that much of a stress at all. There's a answer to everything. You're currently doing 500 push-ups and sit-ups a day. Okay, that's good. Wow. Yeah. 100 push-ups a day is very good. Well, I like powerlifting. Yeah, and first you have to change your mindset, guys, because most people are just so used to get into companies, drink beer, eating fried fish, especially when you're close to the sea or something like that. And that is like the culture and the environment that those people are in, and it's acceptable for them to be in a non-shape. But it's just bad habits. I see so many young people that are overweight and very much overweight to the point where you don't even see their jawline. That is extremely bad. I mean, they're getting into that shape where you're supposed to be like lean and good looking at that time of your life, But you can be looking like that all the time through the rest of your life if you make an effort at the beginning to create those good habits. And of course, the mindset, like I've mentioned, is the most important thing that just has to start from here, everything, because when you have the conviction, when you have the knowledge that the most important thing is your body, is the only thing that you actually possess, truly, that is truly yours, is your body, and you have to sustain it. You have to help it to sustain your life. And this body has to take you all the way. And in order to do that, you have to do what is depending on you, what is up to you. You owe it to yourself to do it. So, first, realize how important your health is. Then, learn about how the body works. Then, learn about how much muscle mass has to do with longevity, bone density, and overall, of course, how you look and feel, posture, and even immunity. So many things. So when you know that, when you know the benefits after you change your mindset, you will see logically that the path that you must take is the one of health, fitness, and good nutrition. Then, of course, you have to learn about nutrition, how important that is. And a lot of people, then they don't even, they're not able to tell what is bad for them. Like, for instance, if you eat beans and if you get gas from that, and you're like, wow, beans are very healthy because everybody said so, but I'm getting gas and I'm getting bloated, and I try to rinse them 100 times in water, but it doesn't work. I still get bloated and like a fish, and yeah, I can't go anywhere like this. And for instance, this is just an example. Don't take it like literally, but that is something that it's a thing. The point is that people just eat broccoli because it's healthy, eat this because it's healthy. Yeah, but for you maybe it's not. For you maybe it's not, and you have to discover what is good for you and for your body. Everybody is an individual. A lot of people, for instance, some people are very do very well when they eat meat, and some people do not. My grandma, for instance, she does amazingly well when she eats meat, but when she doesn't eat meat, her hemoglobin, I don't know how to say this in English, but hemoglobin, I think, that goes like and a lot of health problems start from there. So she must eat meat in order to sustain that, and all of those things, and she feels great. But if she doesn't eat meat, the problems start. Otherwise, she's completely healthy, but she must eat meat. That's literally what is recommended for her. It's a must. So it's knowledge, guys. Everything comes down to knowledge, but it's all kinds of knowledge. And knowing yourself is the first thing. You start from yourself, knowing yourself. Then know about the food, the exercise that is best for you, how your body responds. All of that takes, of course, a bit of time. But if you have, somebody to help you out, that process is going to be completely speeded up, so to speak. I'm just saying, guys, that it might sound like a lot of work, but the most important thing, once again, is health and you. So you have to invest in yourself and in your health. If you don't have health, you cannot You cannot enjoy money. You cannot enjoy going on vacation, meeting friends. You cannot do anything without health. You cannot play games if you're not healthy. If you feel sick, or if you get some kind of any kinds of something. God, I mean, hope to God not, of course. But the point is that it's our responsibility to take care of ourselves and our bodies. It's our responsibility. And if we don't take that, and if we don't realize that this as early as humanly possible, it's going to have repercussions. It's going to have some kind of a consequences. You cannot just do reckless things or be reckless towards your body and to make all kinds of excuses, and then be like, well, I'm out of shape and everybody else is out of shape, so who cares? Well, they made their own decision. You're not them, you're you. You should be able to, you know, do what you supposed to do for yourself, and not, you know, go after the hurt. You know what I mean? So yeah, like, okay, for instance, I see that you're writing so many things. I'm gonna check. But for instance, a lot of my friends are, overweight, out of shape, and all that. And now the difference between me and them visually is huge. Huge difference. Now, am I supposed to like follow them, not develop myself, not care about myself, not do anything at all, just be like them? No, I'm supposed to take care of myself and to be a better example and not be like everybody else. You know what I mean? So some people are just afraid to be better for some reason. That's that's also an issue for some reason. You have to be caring of yourself, because after you get old, you're gonna realize how many mistakes you did because somebody else maybe will think that you're like what, a caring person for yourself and your body, like a health nerd or what. Even if they think that, like, who cares, you're gonna be better off for your efforts. Okay, I hope that you get it. I hope that you get that. Now let me see what you're writing. I just went on a rant saying so many common sense things, but still it's not common sense to most people, which is shocking that health is not number one. But I guess when you look at today's society, we are in, obese epidemic and all of those things that never were an issue before, not to that extent. Just people in my grandma's time were all thin without any effort, and now it's the opposite. Okay, let's read. Milkshake, you're losing muscle? Are you lifting weights? Are you eating enough protein? I really needed to get water here because I cannot talk that long without water. Okay. Oh, that's great, Clayton. Gain some muscle. Oh, that's so awesome. I'm so proud. To schedule, well, I was planning to schedule it like a few days in advance this time, but I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. Finally, I'm ready to announce this. I'm freaking ready. Yeah. Really? Well, she is also taking care of herself and going to the mountain every weekend. She walks for a few hours in nature. She goes like 10 kilometers. So yeah, that is her way of sustaining herself. Yeah, your health is your wealth. That's the first wealth that you have before anything else. I'm sorry if I'm breathing into the mic. Yeah, of course, it's dangerous idea, the fat acceptance. It's just leading to, I mean, it's nurturing bad behavior, bad habits, bad everything. The human body is not supposed to carry that much extra fat because that's what it is extra fat. If you look at the skeleton, if you look at somebody that's obese or overweight, this is the skeleton and this is around the skeleton, this thing, the whole thing. How do you suppose your bones have to carry that? And of course, nobody thinks about the inner fat is between the organs that actually suffocates the organs. Now, that fat, if it's in normal quantities, protects the organs. But when you're overweight, it does, of course, the opposite. It suffocates your organs. But there's even a slice person, like slice human being model to see how the fat distributes in a non-fat person and a fat person. And in a fat person, it looks like 5 tons of butter around everything, the organs, then, under the skin. People just don't realize those things. I don't know why they're defining nature, and doctors as well. I mean, many of our doctors here, Bulgarian doctors, they're obese. And I'm like, what? Okay, so a lot of doctors actually have no nutritional knowledge, and they're literally the only thing that they know is to prescribe you a medicine for everything instead of just looking at yourself and, fixing yourself without medicine, which can be done through exercise and nutrition. But especially in the United States, they are used to just prescribing things for everything. Just here's a pill for that. Here's a pill for this. Oh gosh, that's another topic on its own. But a pill is just treating the symptoms, not the core problem. If you are already fixing the core problem, you do not need a pill. Thanks, Clayton. I know that you understand me. That means a lot, Clayton. Thank you. Thank you, Squash. That was Ivy. I mean, Ivy. Yeah, shame. Totally, it's a good community, and I just try to bring positive people here, so we can be productive and helpful to each other, and just overall, respectful and positive. You want me? What, this thing? Hey, you a dirty mind. Yeah, she doesn't know English, otherwise I could bring her here to give an interview of how she maintains her longevity and health. She's 87 now, maybe, I think. I'm very bad with that. I always forget, but I just don't want to know, you know. It's so awesome. The Gerian Yardum. How you say it, so awesome. Thank you, Clayton. And shame, those are amazing words, so thank you. So yeah, guys, that is it. So let me, elaborate, because I think that you missed a lot from the beginning, but I'm just gonna say some key things now from now on that are gonna happen. And we are done for tonight. yeah, well, if you're only sitting on your butt and playing games, you're not building a physique, you know. So I would advise you to look at your physique and, try to improve that, because improving your physique is a investment in your longevity and health, not only looks. I don't know why everybody thinks that building a physique is all about looks. It's about health first. Of course, you're gonna get the looks, but it's about health first. Okay, now that we're getting out of the way, what is going to happen? I mean, what is going to happen from now on? Uh, so first, once again, guys, I am rejuvenating or restarting, rebuilding my Xena, my Xena channel, by the way, as well. I'm going to create new Xena content on the Xena channel and rebrand, redo things there. Just gonna continue the channel and, swap logos, make a new banner, all those good things. So I'm going to continue with Xena videos there, Xena topics there. Then the fitness channel, I'm going to start to create all the fitness things on the fitness channel only, which is going to include, of course, workouts, meal planning, meal everything about meals. How to do things, how to start things, how to start working out, what you need to know about technique so you don't hurt yourself, all of those useful things that you're interested in. And you can also suggest topics, what you want to know, everything about fitness and nutrition and wellness. I'm going to do on the channel, which it's in the description. My site, GTR Fitness, is down, of course, in the description as well. And if you cannot use my services or not ready to be coached, or you're not sure and all of those things, you can also, by the way, write me an email. The email is in the site, and I am offering a free consultation to everyone, so we can always have a consultation. Why can I say that word? I don't know. Consult. Okay, it's too late. It's midnight. Okay, so whatever you need, we can talk about it before any coaching. That's what I mean, and that's free. The first 5 people that actually decide to use my coaching services are going to get a discount that's already applied on the site and on my OnlyFans. Pay attention, guys. On my OnlyFans, everybody that are subscribed to my OnlyFans will get not only my physique updates and how my progress of summer leaning down is going, but as well, I'm going to start to make videos that are going to be on various sex topics. So that means that I'm going to discuss topics related to sex there, and they're once again going to be orientated to be helpful and to have some kind of a value for you guys. So whatever problem you may have, or something that you want to know, or a question that you may want to have, well, I do have my topics as well, that I do think that a lot of people have problems with those particular topics, so I'm gonna start with the topics that I already have. But if somebody wants anything to be discussed on those videos and it's OnlyFans subscriber, I will do my best to fulfill that. So that's the exclusive content on my OnlyFans. The only thing that I have to think about and to decide what to provide is on my Patreon. We'll see about Patreon, but well, that's it. And of course, you can always help me out if you share the site, at least. If you share the site, that's it. That's all I'm asking. If you can share the site whenever you go to forums or Facebook or whatever you can, Twitter, just share the site. That's also going to help, of course. So that is it basically, guys. Now let's see what your guys are saying in the chat. if I can help you out with anything else before my voice stops talking. What the? I'm sorry. That was a little fly. Well, it's dead now. Hey, James, I'm very happy that you're here. Yeah, the pillars of the Zenity dimension, yes. Yeah, thank you, Ivy. Yeah, shame. I'm going to be basically, working on 3 YouTube channels. 3. But all the YouTube channels for me are my love. So I'm not gonna leave any of them. And I do have so many Xena topics that are worth discussing and nobody's discussing them. So I'm just gonna use my already channel created for that. Yeah, I used to do such videos, but once again, after YouTube decided to do this to all creators, I had to concentrate all my efforts here so I can have enough hours of watch time so I can sustain the channel. So that's why I had to leave them. But now I have more time and I will try to, distribute it to the 3 channels and create the best content I can create. Yeah. Yes, Clayton, thank you. Yeah, YouTube caused me a lot of, pain through the years. Yeah, well, as I've said, I already did fitness videos that are, very new, just very new, a month old. I have a few of those here, already here, but now that I'm restarting my fitness channel, I'm just going to start everything from there. So I have a lot to do, guys. I have a lot of ground to cover, but it is what I am most happy to do. So, oh, hi to you, Blackhauser. Superhero movie commentary. What do you mean? I've already done so many superhero movie commentaries. If you like me to do a particular one, just tell me. But I've already done so many superhero commentaries. Yeah. Well, I hope so, Shane. It's very early for Venom, I think. Well, guys, it's midnight now and 4 minutes. I've already talked for 1 hour, so if you missed something, please, just get back to the beginning of the stream. And let's see what we can do for the weekend. We'll see, guys. I'm excited. And I'm just gonna plan everything and we'll see. But lots of content for surely is going to come. And I just couldn't be more excited about it. That is it. Sleep well as well, Shame, and thank you guys for all the support. Thank you for the super kind donation today that Clayton made. Thank you very much, dear Clayton. It just, you know what I think. I just have no words for that. Director commentary, but the fan commentary, there's a ton of YouTube. Well, I'm not sure what you mean. Do you mean like to watch the whole movie with you guys and comment on it? Or because a review of a movie and a commentary, what is the difference? If you just send me a link of what you mean, I'm gonna check it out for sure. And see if I can do such thing. I mean, if I really haven't done anything, because I've done so many reviews, and commentaries of other movies. Like, for instance, I'm just going to say this one thing. John Campea just a week ago did a Man of Steel commentary, and it was basically like in defense of the movie, and it was amazing. He hit all the correct points about why Man of Steel is a great Superman movie. He gave amazing arguments, pointed out so many story arcs, so many of the key points, the depths of the characters, of why it's great, and it was amazing. So if you meet something like this, I can definitely do that. Actually, I got really inspired by his video. Yeah, but you can always send me a link. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and on everything else in the links down below, so you can always find me anywhere, and as soon as I can reply, I will. So that is it, guys. I'm open to suggestions as always. Glad you currently to see what I mean. Thanks for the answers. Oh, I didn't know that Collider also did such a thing, but okay. I'm gonna check it out then. Yeah. I also got a request for, let me know if you also want to see that, to review the She-Ra versus Wonder Woman Dead Battle. That is from the channel Dead Battle. And I was planning to do that because it's amazing battle, and I can review that also. If you also want to see that, I can do that as well. Oh, thank you very much, Lachhauser. So yeah, like I said, I love to do different kinds of requests. Just let me know what you're interested in, about the fitness channel, the fitness topics that you want me to cover. If you're interested in joining my OnlyFans, the sex topics that you want me to cover. Here, of course, here is about the movies and the games on Gary G Reviews, and Xena topics that I will cover on the Xena channel. She-Ra, that is the sister of He-Man. That's She-Ra. She was very powerful. I'm very surprised. And just like 2 hours ago, by your request, I did a video that I'm singing that song from The Last of Us, Through the Valley, if you want to hear that. And before that, I sang the newer song from The Last of Us. So yeah, I decided to sing. Although that's something that, for me, is the scariest thing in the world to sing. But at least I did it, and I could get better, and I will get better, that's for sure. The point is that it's really scary for me to sing. I mean, out of everything that I can do, talent-wise, this is the scariest thing ever. Because when I get too emotional, I know that I cannot get the tone out, and then I get worried about that, and then I get into this cycle of worrying about that. But I'm getting over this because I'm practicing it. So it's something that I also want to do. Also, it's just for fun. But if you're sitting on something for years since you were a kid and now you're expressing it, it's really like liberating. It's literally liberating. Because when I sing, it's very intimate form of expression for me. It's literally like taking my soul out like this, like a piece of clothing, and just waving, waving it, like towards your face. It's like, here's my soul. That is how I feel. That's how, I express my deepest emotion, through the words of the song, through the music, through how how I sing, how I control my voice, everything, to I just feel the song. So I feel the song, and I'm trying to get that feeling out of my mouth, so to speak, which is a lot harder than it sounds, especially that I took on such a hard songs to sing. But yeah, what to tell ya? If I can actually control my voice, is those songs are exactly what I can sing, actually. That's a lot to say. But yeah, I'm just explaining that the singing for me, is an example of something really, really scary. But if you have something really, really scary, guys, in your life that you really wanted to do, like I said, just do it, because, well, just do it if it's safe, but the point is, if you have a dream, just somehow like work on that, towards that consciously, and eventually it has to happen. Just put your mind to it, put your efforts to it, and don't be afraid, because you just don't want to live with any kind of a fear. You want to overcome that fear. You always want to overcome that fear and to live the way that you want. So the more fears you overcome in your life, the better you will feel, the more confidence you will get. And it's going to be confidence that actually has a base, actually has a true substance to it. And it's going to matter something, and you're going to feel really alive, not just existing. So that is the advice that I want to leave you with tonight, to overcome your greatest fear if it's something that you want to do, and just do it. Yeah, I feel naked. Exactly, I feel naked when I sing. Yeah. Well, not literally, but I feel naked. My soul is, yeah, on display. Uh, Actually, that is kind of how I feel when I did my Xena videos. And hi to Jay. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, because I'm very, very nervous about that, about the singing. But when I did my Xena videos, I started editing and video making when I started my Xena channel and doing my Xena videos. Because, when you want to express something, like for instance, it was the show, I have to know all the episodes, I have to come up with a topic, and then a lot of those videos then turned out to be extremely emotional. Like for instance, if I'm presenting a super dramatic moment like Xena died, and I have to show how Gabrielle reacted to that, and I have to pick a music with the lyrics that will perfectly fit what I wanted to show, and then I have to know all the episodes and all the scenes. So 136 episodes across 6 seasons, and I have to connect different moments, and I have to cut them right where they're supposed to be cut, in harmony with the song. So you can feel every word from the song, and you can see at the same time the scene that I'm showing you, so you can be connected with that and understand the meaning of the video. So when I did my Xena videos, it was my first way to express myself, with video. Nobody has seen my face back then. And I was like, even, oh, okay. I had to show those videos first to my parents. They didn't watch Xena. My father always thought that Xena was stupid because he just didn't get anything. He was used to just watching Arnold and like, what is this woman doing with the sword? So he just, that was like, what is this? What is this? He thought it is some kind of a kids show, which is not, but that's not a topic. Well, when I showed them the videos, they're like sitting, but they're just watching pictures. They can understand that it goes well with the music, the shots, but they cannot get anything. And they don't understand the lyrics. And they don't watch the show, so they don't understand the meaning. But there I am, little Gary, little little tiny Gary, because I was a kid, sitting, and watching the video with them. And they're like my audience in this time. And I'm sitting there. And if it's emotional video, I also did fun videos. But if it's like emotional video, I'm crying in the background. Oh my gosh. I'm crying because this is exactly me. This art that I created with this video is a representation of my emotions. And I am expressing it through the video, and I am expressing my love to to Xena, and to how the show makes me feel, what it means to me, because for me it has so much substance, and I grew up with it, and I'm sitting there and I'm crying, and my mom is like, "Why are you crying? What is this?" She's like, "Don't understanding at all." I'm like, "Oh, this is I I I, I do those videos the way that it touches me." And actually, that is how I started. I talked about this before, but I started making Zina videos because back then there was not so many Zina videos that are professional, well done, so you can be like, "Oh, I love to watch this like 10 times today." A lot of people didn't know how to make videos, and they took like whole chunks of the episode and just posted on there with the music. And there were just only a few creators that were really good. But because those videos were so hard to make, eventually I ran out of videos. I had nothing to do, nothing to watch, and I wanted to make something that I would watch. So I started creating the videos. And I did it. I created a lot of videos. A lot of Zena music videos, and that made me the happiest on earth, basically, because I was expressing myself with every video, and I showed my soul like this to everybody to see, and how I am actually, inside. That is what the videos represent. What is going on with those notifications? I'm sorry, guys. I'm just getting some notifications. Yeah. So the singing now is the same thing. The same thing. It's the same way I feel when I sing. It's like bearing my soul, showing myself from the inside to the whole world to see. And yeah, I just hope that I always want to perfect it, because I love to perfect everything that I do. So I hope that I can do that. What to tell you guys? I'm just me. That's it. I'm just me. Whew. Okay, let's just recap your comments, and then I really have to go because I'm blabbing for too long. Thank you, Clayton. And once again, thank you, Jay. I'm really happy that you're here, that you came, you made it to the stream. Yeah, fear is a mind killer. Thanks, Lowhauser. Yeah, editing is also an art. It is. Well, if you like Xena, you can check it, yeah. I'm in the channel. Yeah, it's not only a good show, but I think that the more you're matured in terms of, your emotional maturity, you're going to extract more wisdom from the show, because it really has a lot more. No matter what age you are, you can see how much wisdom actually has. So the more you're aware and just, matured, the more you're gonna understand the show. Oh, Bunny. So sweet, Milkshake. Happy with cheesecake. Yeah, I also love cheesecake. Don't think that I don't. Oh, thank you very much, Jay. Like I said, I love to hear your voice as well. Well, I can't make a living out of the Xena videos. Yeah, the Charmed also. Charmed was one of my favorite shows when I was growing up. Not the new show. Not the new show. That's the original show, and I create one video only, but it's pretty awesome. It combines the special awesomeness of the whole show. Yeah, Vikings also. But I also created some videos about Avatar, because I just love Avatar. I mean, the movie, James Cameron movie Avatar. I just created some other things besides Xena, but they're just few and far in between. Just something has to really inspire me, because one video like that one that is only like 3 minutes in terms of how long is the song, I can spend on that a week or two. It's very time consuming. That's why I don't do them anymore. Only if I have like so much time, which I never do. So the last time I had I wanted to do such a video. I did it like I think 2 years ago, the last one. Yeah, that's also the case. Myths, history, they combined Xena with myths and history. It was great. Vikings is great. Yeah, Hercules is there as well. I have not one, but at least a few videos with Hercules and Xena. One, I said one because one is my favorite, but yeah, with Sarah McLachlan's song. Stupid, I think it was called the song. It's about their relationship. Well, Avatar is in the making. That's the only news that we know, and it's supposed to be out next year, but with the COVID, I'm not sure. Yeah, I know, for new. Well, Lucy went to Battlestar Galactica. I think there was maybe one or two other actors from Xena, but I'm not sure. I never watched fully the show, only some episodes with Lucy. But yeah, I don't know what Rambo for Life is. Rambo for Life? Do you mean that's a channel? Yeah, I can't wait for that. Lord of the Rings, maybe it's gonna replace Game of Thrones somehow. I mean, in terms of the epicness of the scale of the show and of the kind of genre. Hmm. Spacios, she was great in. What is Spacios? Do you mean Spartacus? Uh, do you mean Spartacus? Because I started watching Spartacus because of Lucy, of course. That was kind of the first big show that she was a part of. Okay, you meant Spartacus. But since the show was so brutal and with so much violence, I mean, I don't have anything against violence when it's done good, but not so emphasized that it's ridiculous. And they were using every second of everything to show you super graphic sexing, super graphic murder, super graphic falling of insides, super graphic, that was all the time. It was extremely nerve-wracking to watch it because you don't see the story. You're all the time they're putting in your face everything. It was the shock value. It wasn't about the story. It was about the shock, the shock, the shock all the time. And there was one scene that I never gonna get out of my mind. And I'm thankful that I almost got the image out of my mind, but there was one scene where Lucy's character Lucretia, I think she was called, made another female character smash another female character's head on not the pavement, but the floor. And that was one of the worst things I ever saw in anything that I've ever watched. The image was the worst thing. The worst thing. And they panned the camera exactly there. And the shot just remained there. They did not remove anything. So when I saw that, I'm like, I don't care that Lucy is playing in this. I'm not doing this to myself. So I stopped watching. Then I watched the last episode only just to see how the show is going to end. And Manu Barrett was there. He's from Xena. He was Mark Antony. He was in only one episode, Mark Antony, but he's so awesome. Well, he was in Spartacus, and he was great there. But the point is that the show removed the core value system of a hero. I mean, Spartacus, he was immediately pushed to F everything on the way. He's like, oh, my wife, and in 5 seconds he's effing everything because they told him to. So it was really, for me, how to say this, against anything that I have in terms of moral code and how I think that the character should be done. And there was a Spartacus movie from 2004, I think, or 2006, I have to check, that was filmed here in Bulgaria, and I have a sword from that movie because my brother worked on that movie. Anyway, I mean that the story about Spartacus is a hero story, and he's not supposed to be effing everything on its way while crying for his wife. So that went against everything that I'm that I am for, especially when I watch this type of a show, and they lost me. They lost me so quick. So quick. So quick. Then I watched Game of Thrones, and Game of Thrones also had the shock value, but it wasn't to that extent that the story had to take a back seat. It was still a very quality, good story. At least the first 5 seasons. When the source was the book, you know. So the show was never off-putting to me in that way. Yeah, they went too far. Yeah, we all know some scenes with the mountain and, but it never was as bad as Spartacus. I just went on a rant about Spartacus, I know, but I even wrote a tweet to the guy that was the creator of the show, and he actually replied. And he was not happy with my tweet because I said, you can't base the show on the shock value. You must develop the characters in the story, and you must not, count on all the shock and disgusting images all the time, because it's really so stressful to look at it. And they took a style that was very awesome from 300, but they did it totally in the wrong way. And they took so much time on each and every shot. Like, I can never forget how one gladiator was sliced through the stomach, and he's basically was holding his guts for like 5 minutes. That was absolutely, it's not only ridiculous, but it's disgusting to see, and it's ridiculous to hold the camera for such a long time on that place. Every movement was like a slow movement, and then you see how a head is flying for 5 minutes. Like, I'm sitting like this in the head, and I'm sitting like this, and the head's still going. It was just bad, okay? And a show should be about story and the substance and the meaning that you will feel, and it's gonna give you some kind of a value, like Xena. I mean, I can never forget anything about Xena, but I just want to forget everything about Spartacus. So Lucy was amazing villain there. She is perfect at playing a villain, a good person, whatever. She's just so evil. She's the evilest, evil that you can ever imagine on screen when she really wants to play that. I mean, when she is playing such character, even when she was evil Xena, she was never as evil as she was in Spartacus. That was insane level of evil. So yeah, no matter what age I am, because I was very young back then, I still cannot watch this. It's not about age, it's about quality of storytelling and not depending on extremely terrible shots. So you can say, wow, our show is the most shocking, like rated R, or point 25, which it's a joke that I'm telling here, because our rating in Bulgaria is not rated R, rated something. It's rated exactly by age. So if a movie is not supposed to be seen under 16, it's rating 16. If it's not supposed to be seen under 18, it's rated, point, like a big point or a dot with the 18 number in it. And this is like 25. No, it's like 40. You just never see this, okay? Never see this rating. Okay. I mean, to me, is that, excessively sexual and brutal. I'm so excited for Snyder Cut that it's unbelievable. I mean, I can't believe that it's happening, but I'm so happy. You can imagine. I could not be more excited for Snyder Cut. I'm going to be here with flags and balloons when that comes out, and I'm gonna make a review. Okay. Da, 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 da. You don't know where Bulgaria is? It's next to Greece, Macedonia, between Romania and Greece, and Turkey, and Macedonia and Serbia. It's in Eastern Europe. I'm in Eastern. Oh, so late I can't talk. Eastern Europe. Look at it on the map. Okay, James, that's great. A guy intestines out and lowers himself down to a building. Wow, that's disgusting. Yeah, I know that you're somewhere here as well. You're my neighbor. Zerije, you're my neighbor. Okay, so I don't care about the media. What they mean they're salty about it. They can be salty about they're salty about everything. The media. So fans matter. They don't matter. We matter. Or top content. Well, I'm just gonna say, guys, that I've seen a lot of graphic stuff in movies, in TV shows. We all have. The point is how it's shot. The point is how it's presented. If it's presented in a way that is supposed to make you feel super uncomfortable for such a long time, and it's so intentional that you can basically write a 10-minute essay on how intentional it is, it's so obvious. That style, it's just bad. It's just bad because it's intentional and you're watching more of that than you're watching anything else. You know, you cannot put the camera on something for 10 minutes just for the sake of it. It just doesn't make any sense. A lot of movies, when they, let's say somebody gets their head cut off, they show that for a split second, or they show that for dramatic effect, but for dramatic effect in a duration that is meaningful to the whole scene, the whole composition of the scene. And once the dramatic effect is achieved, they just remove that and just they show you the character's reaction or something else. But in Spartacus, you see the guts or whatever they show in you, or the sex scene, for so long, like so long. So long. It's so graphic, so close. So it's like, look at it, look at it, look at it. Feel uncomfortable, feel uncomfortable, feel. I don't want to watch that. My psyche is more important. Can be salty about salt. Yeah, that Spartacus is just. It was a good movie. I'm very happy that I have the sword. It's now under my bed because I don't have anything to put it anymore. But yeah. The original Saw movie, yeah, it's better film than Spartacus. What I can say. There's so many horror movies that are better filmed than Spartacus, and they don't emphasize something for 10 minutes for no reason. uh, make a video without makeup? No, probably not. You can always see me without makeup on my Instagram. Well, I just recently posted one picture when I'm a kid without makeup, but it still counts. And I have one older picture without makeup and some other pictures that are almost without any makeup. Just a very thin eyeliner, but it makes no sense. I mean, that is my form of expression as well. The makeup, it's an art form for me. But when you put the lights and when you get in front of the camera, if you're without makeup, it just doesn't go well with anything. And my makeup is supposed to go well with the background and everything else. Everything is in some kind of a synchronization, so to speak. So everything that I'm doing, even that logo that I created from scratch, is I mean, that's the logo of the fitness channel, by the way. I forgot to mention that. That is with some kind of a meaning behind it. I don't make my makeup just for the sake of it. I make it so it can, create a particular look that I want to have that will go with my eyes, let's say. But yeah, you can just check my Instagram. Don't forget to drink water. Yeah, I should drink water. Nick is, Kratos is joking here, but yeah. Oh, I have a sword from the movie. I'm not sure which sword it is, if it's exactly Spartacus' sword. My brother didn't tell me, but it is from that movie. I do have actually a video about Xena and Wonder Woman, and versus on the Xena channel. Well, now if you measure powers, of course that Wonder Woman has more powers, but Xena doesn't have any powers except those that she learned from the Chinese Empress Lao Ma, which are like spiritual powers that she can summon sometimes if she gets into a particular mindset. Um, and she did find a way to kill the Olympian gods. Wonder Woman is basically an Olympian god in many ways. So if she can find a way to do that, it's like the Batman and Superman argument. Xena is extremely intelligent. Wonder Woman is extremely intelligent. Batman and Superman extremely intelligent. A lot of people don't talk about Superman's intelligence, but he can learn everything in seconds. He can read all the books in the world. He can do whatever. I mean, he has a very high level of intelligence. I mean, a lot of people maybe don't think or they don't know that, but it's there. It's in the comic books. Anyway, so basically, the argument is it's like comparing Batman and Superman. Batman can find a way to defeat Superman, and Superman can defeat Batman in seconds. So it's basically the same with Wonder Woman and Xena. Wonder Woman can, you know, beat the hell out of Xena because she has super strength, super speed, super weapons. Xena has the chakram, which is made by Hephaestus, the same as Wonder Woman's weapons. And if she has like the dagger of Helios or any other way, like a rib from Kronos, she can kill Wonder Woman, in theory. In terms of which is a better character, for me, it's always going to be Xena, just because Xena has a lot more depth to her, longer story, a story that just means more in terms of her growth. She represents a lot of, a lot of human qualities that are just amazing by themselves, because she went through difficult times in her life, and those difficult times made her from a good person to an evil person. Then she redeemed herself, became a better person, and she learned a lot from that. And she's a human amongst gods that has to deal with them and still defeat them, still find a way. So she has to be a lot more smart and creative to survive in the world that she's in. So I always say Xena, because just Xena just has more substance to her. Wonder Woman is absolutely amazing and charming, and I love everything about Wonder Woman. She represents also amazing qualities. But the point is that Xena represents a lot more growth in terms of how somebody can develop personally, and then when you add to that the warrior factor, when you add to that how many things you had to learn to become that warrior and still a human. So for me, it's always going to be Xena, but I love both, and I don't have to choose between them. I can just love both. That is the short answer to that question. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, thanks Clayton for help explaining that. Um, yeah, and if there's new God of War, I'm going to be so happy. I think there was, because the game was so successful. It's ridiculous not to make a new God of War. Uh, by the way, there's a Excalibur in Xena in one episode. It's a pretty awesome episode. Best Superman, Reeve, Cavill, Kane, or Routh? I would say always Cavill. For me, Henry Cavill is the ultimate Superman. He shows the growth, the qualities. Henry Cavill is a great actor. Like, of course, Christopher Reeve is an icon and what he did, so it's going to be remembered. But realistically, what Superman is in a world like ours, if he comes down to Earth, he's going to meet all those difficulties. Growing up, he's going to feel like an alien because he is on our planet. He's going to feel like he is so different because he's going to get through all the things that he he went through, like in the movie shows. So, Henry Cavill Superman is just the realistic version of Superman, and maybe that's gonna be shown in the Snyder Cut. He was supposed to become more like, more cheerful, so to speak, like Christopher Reeve Superman. But we barely saw that in Justice League. So after his death, he, let's say, was supposed to have a different look on humanity and more positive one. So we were about to see an extremely cool growth of the character and more depth to him, but we already saw that in Man of Steel, the start of the growth and how he had to make tough choices, all of those things. It's so interesting. So for me, there's so much more depth in that Superman than in Christopher Reeve Superman, which is more the classic version, but it's just not, applicable and realistic to the reality that we are living in. It was great for the times. Christopher Reeve gave his all, so that's why we love him, we respect him. He was amazing Superman. He was what Superman was, during that time. And Henry Cavill is what Superman is going to be, and it is, if he actually lands on Earth, the closest representation to reality that I can imagine. In terms of psychology of the character and psychology of the world around him and how people would react to such a being. And that's what I'm gonna say. Brandon Routh is just okay, but especially when he had to reprise his role in the CW crossover, he was just playing the same character as the Atom, but just in the suit of a Superman. I was very disappointed with that because it was ridiculous, and Superman was reduced to some guy that doesn't know what he's doing there, and he got beat up and all those things. So CW universe and how Superman as a character overall is treated is ridiculous, and I don't want to get into that. I'm going to be here at till 2 a.m. if I'm gonna get into that. Okay, Xenomorph, I really have to go. I'm already continuing 42 minutes more than I should have. Horizon Zero Dawn is awesome. Cavill is a gentleman. For me, they're both inspirational. Let's just say that. I just value both, but I see how they differ and why they're supposed to be different, and why Henry Cavill Superman works more now, and why Christopher Reeve Superman will not work now. Just so different times. One other thing, when you mentioned Horizon Zero Dawn, I just remember that today came out the news that Kingdoms of Amalur is going to be coming out remastered very soon, and if I can get my hands on it, I'll definitely stream it, because Kingdoms of Amalur was one of the best and first RPGs that I ever played after Skyrim. It's an impressive game for the time. Now they're going to remaster it. It's the only game that I know that actually has chakrams in it. That's Xena's weapon, Xena signature weapon, chakrams, and you have 2 in the game. Of course, we have the Xena games that then you can play with chakram, but those games are too old, from PlayStation 1 and 2. But in this game, you can play with chakrams, and it's pretty awesome. So, Kingdoms of Amalur, one of the best games and best RPGs ever. That is exciting. They decided to remaster that. What do you think of Supergirl? I love Supergirl. I cosplayed Supergirl. If you don't know, if you don't know, I love Supergirl. I love the show at the beginning, but then it got so SJW, feminist, and all those things, but not in the good way. I mean, in a very bad way. They twisted everything, and they made Supergirl stronger than Superman, which is also ridiculous. Where in the first season it was established that Superman was her hero, the person that was longer on Earth. He was the older, the more. It's Superman. I don't need to explain Superman. And then she beat him, which is very bad. How they just treat Superman as a character there. So Supergirl was cool at the beginning, but then it became a show for kids. They just totally spit on our intelligence, so to speak, because everything that is going on, you have to be super naive to buy into it, what's going on. The ridiculous characters, outcomes. Supergirl has a huge team behind her back instead of her just being the main character. I just don't like how CW does things. They always have of like a bunch of people behind each character, and the main character is not the main character anymore. It's just the main character and the team around it, around him or her, that is doing all the work. So it's ridiculous. I cannot watch Supergirl. I stopped watching Supergirl from maybe season 2. Season 2. Yeah, I watched one in season 3, one episode, and I was like, okay, what? Like every episode was like, what? So yeah, I love to cosplay Supergirl, but and Melissa Benoist is amazing. I just love her. But it's very unfortunate how it turned out. So yeah, I can't watch it. Yeah, thanks, Ivy. Yeah, stay tuned for on Facebook. Yeah, shame. I understand that. Oh, maybe I missed that video. Is it new? The John Campus video? I mean, I know what he thinks about it, and yeah. I mean, he has a point there. He has a point there. He also does not agree with how they devalue Superman, and they try to put Supergirl up by devaluing Superman. That's ridiculous. Batgirl is the worst as well. Batgirl is just the first season, the first few episodes is I just gave up everything. I mean, I watched it and I'm like, say what about Batman? Ridiculous. I'm gonna say one more thing, guys. If you haven't seen Harley Quinn, the animated show, I did a review of the first season. Now I'm watching the second season, and it's freaking amazing. This show is top notch. It's the best. It's like you're watching a live action show. It's so good. The writing is so good. Ivy and Harley are amazing pair. Amazing. Just I cannot praise the show more. I just can't. I just wrote the other day 5 or 4, I can't remember, quotes from the show that are hilarious, especially if you have the context of those quotes. Amazing show. So I'm gonna recommend that. Well, did you like the first season? The Snyder Cut joke in Harley was funny. Yeah, they had one episode where two viewers were actually like talking about whether or not the show is good, and one guy had a T-shirt that said "Snyder release Snyder Cut." They put that into